This fascinating model from Tamiya. This fascinating model from...
Hi folks, thanks for tuning in. Got quite a special video today. This is special for a number of reasons. The first is that it's the first that I've done face to face like this, so let's see how it goes. First of all, talk about this little car, and then I've got something quite special to show you, or at least I think it's quite special. Got this car, which is a bit mucky because it's been bashed, for Christmas, just gone, so 2020. And I bought my son a Hornet, comical Hornet version, and I got this comical Grasshopper, and it's really sparked my interest back into RCs again after having 30 years off, having Tamiyas when I was younger, then went on to progress and race with a Schumacher Cat. The Cat was much better than I was at racing, but it was great fun, and as I say, 30 years off, and yeah, I've gone back to a Tamiya, but then yeah, I've caught the bug big time, which I'm sure some of you might share, so I'm just going to put this over here. I've got something to show you. This is the new car that arrived this week, all the way from Italy. So I'm calling it my Italian stallion, and you can see the size difference is pretty massive. It shocked me a bit as well. You can kind of, yeah, it's totally in a different league. So this Tamiya is obviously a 1/10. This Arrma is a 1/8. And let's just put that over there. So the Arrma, it's Arrma Outcast stroke Notorious. 6S V5. It's second hand, but as you can see, it's in pretty amazing condition, which is what drew me to it. Now, I've been looking at lots of Arrmas. I've looked at Tractors, Arrma, Kyosho, Losi, all sorts of makes, but I kept going back to Arrma all the time. One of the things is that attracted me to Arrma, obviously great reputation, but they're designed in the UK, and you know, that's nice. I'm based in the UK as well, so there's a little bit something there, but they're just awesome trucks. And I was going to go 3S, because of course the Tamiya is just an ICAP battery, so not only am I massively going up in size, I'm also going up in scary batteries and speed. So I'm hoping, obviously this is a stunt truck, so I'm hoping this will improve my drive. Well, I'll have to step up when driving wise, and you know, progress to doing backflips and all sorts of funky things. So there's a bit of a tale to this car. Obviously it's got this beautiful, it's called a camel, I think it's camel yellow actually, the guy said it was, although it's clearly orange, but it's a beautiful Outcast body. But it's also got this body, the Notorious, and like I say, I was drawn to the 3S Arrmas, so I was going to get a granite, and then I thought, oh, I'm not so keen on a granite, and then I plumped for a big rock, and I thought, yeah, big rock, I can put a spoiler on the back of a big rock, I can add a little this roll cage actually onto a big rock as well. I thought, yeah, you know, I can afford that. It's 320 quid, but I need new batteries, new chargers, needed new everything basically to step up from the Tamiya up to a LiPo vehicle. But then I heard that the Vortex was coming out, so I thought, and this was way back in March actually. And the weirdest thing is I'd been selling some old NY Sushi memorabilia. Which I used to run a nightclub called NY Sushi, and the design is fantastic. Stickers on this Tamiya from that night, which is a customer shell. They're all falling off, unfortunately. But anyway, so I've made some money from that, and the money I've made from that is what's bought this. And I paid £700 for this second hand. Now the car itself, new, is just shy of £600. But this has got the 2 body shells. It came with a LiPo charger, came with 2 LiPo batteries. It's got a few upgrades on it, so it's got a really nice, is it the right way up? Yeah, it's got a skid chassis guard on it. It's got this amazing rear chassis brace, which is like, that's a JBIRC chassis brace. And it came with a spare spoiler, came with a Just Bash It bumper, which isn't fitted, but I've got it. So everything I needed, really. And as you can see from the inside of this truck, it's in fantastic condition. So the guy assured me that basically he's hardly used it, and I think looking at it, that looks to be the case. Oh, the other things I should say that it's got EXB chassis brace, alloy chassis brace front and rear. It's got hot racing brace ends on either end. It's got a hot racing new metal servo mount. You know, it's just got loads of extras on it. So basically, this is an £1,100 truck for 700 quid. And it came all the way from Italy, which was really worrying, because of course I didn't know the guy I bought it from. But then the beauty of the internet was, it transpired this guy in Italy was actually my son's karate teacher's cousin's cousin. So her uncle is married to the guy I bought this from's sister. So yeah, mad. So that reassured me a bit that it was going to arrive. So this is the charger it came with. It's not the best charger in the world, but you know, it's a LiPo charger. It's 80 watts. It's you know, it's fine. That didn't come with with a balance board, so I can't balance charge the LiPos at this stage. But I've got one on order. But yet more waiting. I bought myself a BatSafe battery box. That arrived before the car arrived, so I had this, but I didn't have the car. Now, the thing that got stopped in customs was the second one of these. So obviously this is well, not obviously, but it's a 3S LiPo. It's a nice one. It's an 8500. I'll hold it the right way up so you can see it. And a 50C, and there were 2 of these, but one of them got stopped at customs. They unpackaged everything, repacked this and put only 4 cells allowed, and obviously sent this one on and took the other one, or confiscated the other one, which is disappointing to say the least, because I've now had to order another one of these, because this vehicle is 6S, this only being 3S. So I need 2 of these, and I've had to pay, I think it's 85 quid these are, and that's hopefully arriving tomorrow. So the car arrived last week on Thursday. It's now a week later, the following Thursday, and I've still not driven this car, which is a bit frustrating because the weather's been amazing. A bit cold, but you know, it's warmed up in the day and stuff. And yeah, I'm excited to take her out, this little Italian stallion, and see how I cope with it, and see how she goes. So that's what I'm going to do, and I might tag a bit of footage onto the end of this video, because hopefully the battery will come tomorrow. I'll be able to, and it's coming. I've also, so that's the other bit. I've ordered a new balance board, but I ordered one from the same place I was getting these from. They got back to me and say that's not the right one for the battery, and they said we can get you the right one, but it won't be here till the following Tuesday. So anyway, I sourced one from Amazon, which is coming tomorrow as well. You can see how this is extrapolating into quite a story. So yeah, one of these another one of these tomorrow. The proper balance board, fingers crossed. And of course, I don't know when in the day they'll arrive tomorrow, so it might well be Saturday before I get to actually bash this thing for the first time. Fingers crossed. Just put this back on because it pleases me to see it like this. The reason I went for the 6S in the end rather than the Big Rock or the Vortex. So the Vortex is basically a speed machine. It's not, from what I've seen of it on the reviews, I don't think it's as good as a Granite or a Big Rock in terms of if you want a stunt truck or a truck that can do stunts, which clearly this is. And I was thinking Big Rock. Creightons I'm not a massive fan of, although basically a Big Rock is a small Creightton is the way I look at it. But I didn't really want a Creightton. I wanted a 4S Outcast. Now, I've also heard very strong rumours that there is a brand new 4S Outcast coming out in May. I've heard from people in China that the model shops in China already have them in their shops. Not selling them, but they've got them because obviously they're made over there, so they get them quicker. And that's how I heard about the Vortex as well. That back in March, obviously, I think it was a Taiwanese company that had them online. But anyway, so yeah, Vortex. I like the Vortex because of the electronics in it. So it's got all the latest ESC and the latest controller. And this one comes with the SLT3, which is still a pretty great controller. I had a Dumbo RC with the Tamiya, and that's great actually. I mean, really cheap but fantastic. So yeah, and obviously because this is 6S and I'm not used to LiPo in any way, shape or form, the 50, 75, 100 will be extremely useful for me, I think, to get going. But the Vortex has got the latest one of these, but it's got that active steering assistance, which from what I've read is no good for stunt trucks anyway, and yeah, it doesn't seem to make sense for this type of vehicle. So waiting for that to be added wasn't a bonus anymore, and obviously the Vortex is more expensive than the Big Rock, so it's pushing up to 400 quid, and as I say, this package was 700 quid, everything I need apart from that blooming second battery. So it's actually cost me 800 quid really. So it's pushed it a little bit, but you know, it's a great truck. Keep your fingers crossed that it runs as well as it looks. I'm going to run it with this, which is already, you can see the real metal stuff coming through, because the guy who bought this off, he says, oh, this was a neighbour's, and I'm like, nah. I didn't buy that when he said it to me, and sure enough, when the box came, because it came in the original Arrma brown box and the original Arrma Notorious box, not an Outcast box. So he's bought this aftermarket, and it was, the Arrma box said black Notorious, and it's like, hello, black Notorious box. So he has ran this, he's cleaned it very well, I think, because you can see he's had quite a few scrapes with this. I could do with a bit of clean, but I'm going to bash it so it's going to get dirty again. But anyway, you know, it's fine. I really like the real metal it's a shame he didn't spray the inside of this silver. But he's done an amazing job of spraying this up, actually, to be fair to him. It looks fantastic. He has these have been masked, so it's orange sprayed from underneath, or camel yellow, and then these are sprayed on the outside in this matte black. So he's obviously a talented guy, he knows what he's doing, and as I say, he's fitted all those parts, like the hot racing braces, and brace at the front, the EXB chassis mounts, and the servo. And I've been round the truck and tightened all the screws, checked the gear, the pinion mesh, and it all looks good. So, you know, all there is now is to run it and make sure it's all right and see how I cope. So let's see how it goes, folks, and we'll see you in the next video. Hi people, maiden voyage of the Arrma Notorious stroke Outcast. I'm extremely nervous, if the truth be said. Big wide open field, it's flat, there are some bumpy bits a bit further around, but let's see how we go. Well, that's fast. Yeah. It's on 50% throttle at the moment. And that's flat out. That's plenty, I think. Some slightly more interesting terrain. That'll be my feet. Well, it wasn't really clean, but yeah, this is fast. There we go, folks. See if we can control this a bit better. Yeah, it's making light work of this. So the maiden voyage is alright. So much. Said with the initial video, I have set the steering point, throttle end points, and brake even. Essential, so they tell me, and all the how-to videos, Wiley RC, I would highly recommend for anything like that. So tomorrow we'll be taking this bad boy to a more demanding spot. Okay, full speed test.